The economy is going through tough times. Many hardworking Americans blame wealthy CEOs out of touch with what's going on in their own companies. But some bosses are willing to take extreme action to make their businesses better. Each week, we follow the boss of a major corporation as they go undercover in their own company. This week, the boss of Churchill Downs, host of the Kentucky Derby, a $500 million business with racetracks, casinos, and off-track betting parlors across America. The boss will trade in his executive office and expense account for a pair of jeans and a feed bucket. He'll assume a new identity.
Hi, Billy, Roxanne. Nice to meet you.
And pose as a new recruit.
I'm scared to work.
I'm scared. I want to do it.
Do you know anything about a horse?
Not very much.
Do you have a brain?
Yes.
Can you spell horse?
Lost Kenny.
Look, when we're busy, don't disappear.
I don't blame him if he is a little mad at me. I let him down a little bit.
By working on the front line, he'll find out what's really going on inside his company.
It's a very stressful business in the money department.
That's a problem to hear people say that.
He will find the good.
What are you hoping to do in racing?
Oh, gosh. I mean, president of Churchill Downs would be fun.
He will find the bad.
How much do you get paid an hour?
Not a lot. It's a lot of hard work.
And he'll discover the unsung heroes that make his company run.
When Kenny showed me the picture that I've been looking at all day,
She's an angel in heaven.
I just teared up. I just should have noticed.
How will his coworkers react when they find out he's really the boss?
I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Churchill Downs Incorporated.
Someone recognizes the hard work I do.
And how will it change their lives?
Now, I learned some important lessons. I am absolutely going to be better at my job because of this experience.
Find out next on Undercover Boss. Churchill Downs owns some of the best-known racetracks in the world and is home to the most famous horse race, the Kentucky Derby. Holding the reins to this company headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky, is one man.
I'm Bill Karstanjian. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Churchill Downs. I think most people in America know our company because of the Kentucky Derby.
And here they go.
The oldest continuous sporting event in the United States. It's been conducted every single year since 1875. This is an industry steeped in tradition, and the people who work in it are passionate about it. Unfortunately, I have to make sure it's run as a profitable business, which means sometimes questioning those traditions. After I finished up in law school, I went to work doing corporate law and mergers and acquisitions, and I didn't grow up on the backside of a horse track, and I didn't grow up on a horse farm. For a lot of the folks that work here, this is much, much more than a job, and sometimes that's a bit intimidating. There's a lot of responsibility in working in an environment where people have such a strong passion for what they're doing. I haven't been on a horse in about 15 years. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but they're a little bit intimidating. They're really big, and I like to watch them from afar. My daughters in particular are big horseback riders, and they know a lot about horses. My family is my core.
Nice.
What I try to focus on as best I can.
Okay, you are right here.
I think this will be a very interesting experience for him because he does like to control his environment.
Keep eating those vegetables.
I'm really curious to see how he's going to react to things that he can't control because he's very used to doing that.
When you're the COO, most of the problems you're solving, it really happens in conference rooms. One of the great things about going undercover is the opportunity to see how the employees feel about all the changes that are happening. The owners and trainers on the backstretch of the property tend to be traditionalists. They are very set in their ways, and they've been doing things the same way for a long period of time. Contrast that with the front side, where the customers are, where we're constantly trying to introduce new amenities, new entertainment options, and a different and better experience. Sometimes change isn't easy. Sometimes those two worlds clash. I'm walking to the boardroom right now to tell the team I'm going to be going undercover.
It was awesome.
I'm excited about it, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be very surprised. Yeah. Thanks for coming, everyone. I bet you're wondering why I asked you to come here. I'm going to be leaving the corporate offices for a week to go undercover in the company. The purpose of this is really to cut through the spreadsheets and the PowerPoints, and it's going to be a chance to be a fly on the wall.
Have you thought at all about, like, what if you hear something from an employee that's shocking to you, and does that scare you a little bit?
Yes. I expect that to happen, but more concerned about whether there are things we can fix. Of course, keeping it absolutely quiet is critical because if I'm recognized or discovered, the whole experience melts down and it's all for naught. I'm going to see you guys in a week, okay?
Okay, bye, Daddy.
Oh, I love you so much.
I'll miss you. I love you.
Too. While I'm undercover, I'm going to be going by the name of Billy Johns. And my background is that I had a moving company that's now gone out of business. My coworkers will be told that I am making a documentary about entry-level jobs. Hi there, I'm Bill Johns. I have a reservation by the pool. Great, thank you. While I'm undercover, I'll be staying in budget motels just like a new employee to the area. Takes me back. Spring break 1989. But it's okay. My main concern is being recognized today. I haven't been down here in a couple of months, but I think without my glasses on and with a couple days without shaving, I think we'll be okay, I hope. Calder's a facility that's undergoing a lot of change. We noticed several years ago that business is starting to slip. So we're putting $100 million into Calder. We're building a huge casino that will bring in new customers and also allow us to recruit superstar horses because we'll be able to pay more in prize money to the winning horses. But I'm going undercover to see how it's affecting the people on the backside as this facility around them is changing. Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. I'm Billy.
I'm Gilly. Nice to meet you.
Help you out however I can today.
Well, your first horse is going down the shed row, so why don't we go down there and set up their breakfast? Do you know anything about a horse?
Not very much.
Do you have a brain?
Yes.
Can you spell horse?
Think of a trainer as the coach of a professional athlete, and the professional athlete is the horse.
This is the fun part, cooking for the children. Take 1 level scoop of this,
Okay.
sweet feed, and 1 level scoop of oats, and each bucket gets 2 scoops. You don't have to do it so neatly.
Oh, sorry.
Are you nervous?
A little bit. Oh, he knows it's time.
Oh, yeah. Don't show them any fear. They know that you're nervous.
Hold on. No, I'm not the food, buddy. Well, hopefully they'll cut me some slack.
He will. Okay.
Hold on.
Push it in his face, and he will move.
All right. Move back. When you climb into a little stall with a 1,200-pound animal that really doesn't like the fact that you're in there to begin with, your blood pressure's going to go up a little bit. This thing's stuck. Hold on.
All right, we gotta feed everybody equally because they'll start getting angry.
I don't know how that looked, but my heart is pounding.
Maybe you don't want to feed her. Get rid of this.
Okay. I'm probably not doing as well as I'd like, and it's probably going to be worse from here, but I'm doing the best I can.
This gentleman is in the 4th race today. We're gonna scrub him. Okay, you want to try to bathe him? Right here, hun.
Oh, over here.
Okay, whoa. Don't come too close to him. He's gonna get skittish. Watch out. Go on that side, hose him.
Yep.
And you don't get your boss wet.
Sorry, boss.
Right now, Billy's future is not looking the greatest. He just has a lot to learn.
How do you get to be a trainer?
Well, my mom had racehorses when I was little. And there's just something about racehorses that are hard to step away from.
You ever see yourself doing anything different?
No. I love this.
How's it work? How do you make a living as a trainer?
I get a day rate based on my owners. And out of that, I have to pay for their feed, their bedding, their hay. At the end of the month, I get a bonus, 10% of anything your horses make.
How many horses do you have?
We have 8 total. So just take a halter and wipe it off.
Okay. So 7 days a week, huh?
7 days a week. They eat, they sleep. They need me as much as my son needs me.
Well, working with you so far this morning, I realize how tough this work is.
Not a game you probably want to jump into full feet forward for the fact that it's a very stressful business in the money department. At the end of the month, when you're down to your last couple $100 and you got to feed your horses and your children and pay your car and pay your house, you got to be able to take the stress because it will drive you insane.
You think most people back here are struggling?
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you.
I can really see it in your face and some of the folks back here. You guys love doing this.
If you didn't, you wouldn't be back here.
Yeah. There are easier jobs out there that
Yes.
probably pay more money.
The happiness they bring. I know it sounds goofy, but they do bring me happiness.
This morning's been a tough lesson because she'd recommend to me that I not get into this game, that I not become a trainer. For us, as the company that owns the tracks, that's not what we want to hear. We want people to be encouraged to come into this game, to want to be a part of it. At the end of the day, our future is going to depend on that. We can't just rely on passion of a few folks. That's a problem.
The race has been taken off the turf while we run on the main track.
Gillian has told me that she gets 10% of her horses' winnings. Since she only has a few horses, it's really important that her horses do well.
Okay, so this is reality. This is what it comes down to.
How do you feel about that casino? Think it'll get more people owning horses and more horses to train?
Hopefully, probably the big outfits will come down to Calder and the little outfits won't be shoved out. So just the better we do today, the better chance we got to just get more stalls and stay at Calder.
We allocate most of our stalls to the most successful trainers. Gillian wants more stalls, but she needs to win more races to get access to those stalls.
This is where it gets to the nit and grit of the business that you need your horse to do good just so our bills are paid. I desperately need him to come through financially for us. This is what we do now. It's time for the race. We're 4 minutes to post. Very nerve-wracking. There's our boy holding the check. You watch him warm up. He's warming up well. They'll start to line up. They'll load, and you pray you get a good break, and off we go. This is the very nervous part. Please, God.
Coming up.
They're in. There we go.
Bill finds out if all his hard work paid off.
Come on, 5.
We need to go now if we're going to go.
And later, Bill sees the front side like never before.
At this job, you got to be quick. Billy wouldn't be good at this. He's just not cleaning material.
Bill Karstanjan, COO of Churchill Downs, is a boss undercover. He's just met a trainer who's struggling to get by.
You need your horse to do good just so our bills are paid.
His journey continues at the starting gate.
They'll start to line up, they'll load, and you pray you get a good break, and off we go. Please, God.
Come on, 5.
Got patience to the end.
Come on, 5.
This is where you learn your patience.
Holding the check is on the move. He's inside of undefeated. And Mr.
I think I see him bunched up.
Somewhere in the pack. Got a half a mile to go left, and
Here we go.
he's green, he's fourth, he's starting to roll, he's
There
starting
you
to
go.
make his
He's
move.
fourth.
We need to go now if we're going to go. Run the railroad.
Come on, 5.
Come down toward the line. And Agra will win it here down by almost 10 lengths.
And don't look too good today for the race. Now we gotta go talk to the jockey and see
Gillian.
what happened.
The backstretch is an environment with a huge amount of passion and commitment. Sometimes loving what you do and having a passion for something isn't enough.
With the horse not running well, does not look good for our finances right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gillian.
So, not very happy with what happened.
I wish that horse out there had finished stronger than it did because it matters. It matters to these people out here how that horse finishes. Today was a long day in the sun. I'm tired. It was an honest day's work without any expectations put on me because I'm from corporate. It was a chance to work alongside some people that normally wouldn't even be comfortable if I offered to work alongside them. Today I'm outside of Arlington Park